I'm Cory Casanave with Model Driven Solutions. I've been with OMG for decades and really was one of the original members. At that time, I was responsible for the development of a application development system called DataFlex. We were interested in interoperability and being more standard and open, and it fit in with the standards and activities that OMG was pursuing at the time. What I heard was that there was an organization forming that was really going to focus on interoperability and standards and systems working together. Also object orientation, which was a major focus at the time and was crucial to the products that we were working on at that time. And so it seemed like a natural fit. OMG has a lot of dimensions. I mean, certainly there's the standards and the formal processes which are valuable, and they're valuable to the industry. But it's really more than that. It's a community. There's just fantastic people working together. You know, where do you go to work with peers at this level and work together in a way that's collaborative? You're working together formally in the standards, but you're also working together informally. You're really learning about the things that are going on in the industry by the people who are making it happen. And you just can't get that many places. So the standards are important to the consumers of the technologies. They're a leverage for the vendors, but it's critically important for the consumers. And the other aspect of it is that it spurs innovation. Because once you have a standard, once you have a way for things to work together, you find creative uses of that the inventors of the standards never anticipated. And so I think it's allowing the industry to grow in the dynamic way that it does.
OMG standards in particular, what makes them so valuable, so important?
Well, OMG standards are a industry and user consensus standard. One of the foundations of OMG is that they have to be implemented to be finalized as standards. So we can't have paper standards. They're completely open and available and free. So anyone can access them, anyone can use them, anyone can leverage them. They're produced within a process that for standards is relatively rapid, so that it can keep up with the changes in the industry. Certainly it has been valuable for the companies that I've worked for or founded to be at the forefront of the industry, right? Because I mean, there is a big difference between finding out about a standard after it's happened and being part of making it. Even though the process is open, being part of making it and being involved with the people that are making it is crucial. It's frankly provides credibility as we go into organizations, for instance, to do modeling, and they say, well, we're considering doing UML modeling. Do you have experience? And you can point to the fact that, well, we helped build that standard. Well, the business has changed. The goals of OMG, the basic precepts of OMG and its standards have remained constant. And I think they'll remain important regardless of what is the new hot technology of the day, or what new organizations are solving what problems. Because being able enabling interoperability, enabling people to work together, creating these industry standards is always going to be important. Absolutely. I mean, standards are crucial. We see technologies pop up and go away sometimes in months. And we can't create long-standing solutions based on that. We really have to have the stability that standards creates and the creativity and leverage that standards provide for the industry. OMG has kind of gotten into my DNA, so to speak. It's part of my brand. A lot of the business we get here. I mean, you don't market in OMG but certainly you make the connections that enable you to do business that you really couldn't do in other ways. So it's good business, even though you can't always point to those specific things, like this ad produced this particular sale. You can absolutely trace the business that comes from the relationships you develop here and the influence you have in the industry and the visibility you have to the OMG membership and participation. I'm very proud of what we've been able to do in OMG, both personally and as the group, because we've been able to make things happen in the industry that I don't think would have happened any other way. For a vendor, it's pretty simple, because for a vendor, they want to have their products fit in with other products. They want to conform to standards. They want to make sure that standards, as they evolve, fit with their business strategies. Users have sometimes have a difficult time explaining to their management why it's important. But let's say for a large company, one who wants to be innovative or has critical problems, or a government agency that needs to prevent terrorism or affect information sharing across international boundaries, you can't just wait for the standards to happen. The impact of an informed user on the standards process is enormous. Sometimes someone will think, well, what am I going to contribute? Someone who's contributing their needs really can impact the process. And by contributing your needs and impacting the process, you can make sure that your organization's needs are met. And you can also make sure that you have the knowledge and expertise of where the industry is going and the solutions are going to better serve your industry or to better serve your company. It's an education.